Howdy, Matthew Pisgotti here. Let's talk about different viewers for the drip garden. So you have your drip BUSD garden, and this is a pretty good layout, but of course we want to use extra analytics to not only understand where we are as a whole, but all of the other attributes of the token, of the LP token, when our next harvest is. If we already have one, this timer is filled up. We no longer have a timer. So how do we view those statistics? Well, certain individuals with more time and skill than we have coded some nice viewers. We're going to link all of them in the description so you can kind of play around with them and see what works best for you. But this is the main one I've been using, mostly because of the future schedule here. So not only do we have our next harvest time when we could next harvest without losing extra seeds for no reason. You know, we don't want to lose almost a whole plant's worth of seed without worth. So I could look here and say, oh, at 719, this is going to loop back around to a whole nother plant value, and that's when I could harvest. That's in about 25 minutes or so. So that's very useful, and we could set timers for these if we wanted to harvest each plant. We also have our drip BUSD token value. We've got some breakdowns here that are kind of nice that we don't see everywhere else. We see our total asset value. So this is a really good scheduler I've been using. Now, drip viewer is the next one I want to talk about because this one's really special to me. Let me copy my address out. I don't have it connected at the moment, it looks like. Now, this one is special to me because I really like the UI. I really like the GUI, I should say, the graphical user interface here. It's pretty. It displays the data really cleanly. It looked nice on mobile, if I recall. And we're seeing this plant reward value over time, and really gives us a good idea of where that's at. Now, I covered in the last few videos why this is declining at this rate, because this is also based on the LP token value, which is obviously dropping because of drip and other things. So we're not worried about that. That looks like a very severe chart. But here's our reward a day. So this is all really clean and easy to see where we're at. They have a really nice roadmap, which is what I thought was really special, that all along the way they have plans to improve this, including a view for the faucet. So I'm looking forward to that and the notifications for the faucet. That'll be neat. And that we can add multiple addresses if we have multiple wallets connected to the drip garden. And there's some fun games here or visualizations that I think is going to make this one very popular among especially new people joining in the garden. I don't know what this marketplace is. That looks like a new addition to this roadmap, but that's exciting. I mainly use this viewer for this purpose. You can get messages to Telegram, and you can change within this interval. You can actually change this within the Telegram messenger with that bot that sends this out. I like getting a notification every plant. It's not too annoying for me just yet because I'm only making 7 a day. If you're a higher bag holder with making 1,000 plants a day, you probably want to knock this number up to know when to compound. But I find that really useful in case I've forgotten my time from the last scheduler. Something to note about this scheduler, it is free. He is requesting a donation now that he wasn't requesting previously. I don't have a problem with that. It's supporting someone who put time and money into this. I probably will toss a coin here to the developer. I think it's worth it. This is really a sweet tool. And Luke, I've seen him on Telegram. He also said, if you just can't afford it, he's glad to just whitelist your wallet anyway. But I think I'll go ahead and throw him that donation because it just seems right. It's a great tool. I like it, and it's definitely worth the donation. These other two are free that I'm looking at so far. They also have donate buttons, and I think that's always great if you've got enough to throw the dev what a coffee's worth. That's awesome. So this is the third one. This is a new one to me. This drip.formulate.finance. Oh, by the way, this one is dripviewer.com. So this one's drip.formulate.finance, and this is a new one to me. I've not played with it much. I just saw it today. but I kind of like it. It has a lot of information. It's also cleanly laid out, and I see that it's live updating, which seemed to be a problem with the other ones. They're refreshing. This one may have actually had a time frame. It's refreshing every minute or so, every 40 seconds, whatever that's set to. This scanner one, I think, does update, but it doesn't have a timer on it, so I end up refreshing it every time I come to it. This one I can see is live ticking, and I really like that. I can see the percentage to my next plant. I may start using this one more often. It doesn't have the future schedule, but it does show how long, how much remaining, how long it takes me to grow one, when my last harvest was. That's useful. And not just the seed value that I'll lose, this actually shows the dollar amount that you will lose if you were not to, if you were to plant now rather than waiting for the next one to roll around. I'd lose $3 worth, basically. So that's really like a visceral visualization for people. I think that's really helpful myself. I guess this is the percentage of an LP token you have and your return on value so far. I haven't played around with this one a lot, but it's got some cool stats. I see the number of plants I have grown, their current asset value. Oh, I like US dollar per hour breakdown. Oh, and per week and month and year. That's nice. I like seeing that. Now, again, we know that we can't obviously harvest. I couldn't harvest this right now per year. That wouldn't work, but, this is a cool visualization. That would obviously get us behind on the decay. Wouldn't be able to do that very long, and definitely not for a whole year. But it's cool to visualize because it's a marker for us to see where we are. If right now, I'm at 12,000 a year, but then in a month it says I'm at 30,000 that I could make in a year. That's neat to see, and we can see measurable growth. I like the seeds per day. That would help if you're throwing into a spreadsheet or calculator for yourself. Per 1 LP, okay. So this is the general contract statistics. It's showing the actual drip price, which is at a glance. That's nice to have to see how far that's falling. Okay, yeah, a lot of great information here. People are often asking about the drip BUSD, the LP breakdown. How do they calculate that? So it's nice to see all of that broken down here a little further. And then also a donate link. So those are three really good. I think they're unique in what they offer. I'm using Drip Viewer right now for the notification mainly. That's its main value to me. This Drip Formulate Finance has a lot of good information broken down that you may want to see if you're wanting to keep track of where the LP token is, why it is the price it is. That's how much percent you own. That's kind of neat. And then this one, the drip dash scan that Netlify, I think is, if I'm reading that right. I'm in VR and I'd have to pull the screen a little closer to see. Netlify.app, yep. And I'll link all these, like I said. This one actually has a drip faucet scan as well, which is nice. It looks like the other ones are trying to add that. I don't know if there's better faucet viewers, but this has one built in, and it has the garden schedule. So this is the main benefit, I would say, for this one. I would use Drip Viewer for notifications on Telegram, and then this one just has a lot of extra stats that I haven't really seen before, so I like that. That's neat. Those are the ones I'm going to be using to help me kind of monitor the garden and see where I need to be and when I need a compound. If you found anything else or you prefer one of those over the other, I'd be interested to hear it. So let me know in the comments. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great day and or evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Thank you.